Hey guys, welcome. It's Nikki Free, and I am here today to talk to you guys about Jordyn Woods on Red Table Talk. Did you guys watch? It was slow and a little bit uneventful, to be honest. When Jordyn when Jordyn was first walking out, I must say, those white tennis shoes, it just made it look like she was walking to a fight. You know, like she was ready, like she thought maybe the Kardashians were going to be there. She may have to fight. You know, she had some white tennis shoes on with this like black dress. But I must say, this girl is breathtakingly gorgeous. Breathtakingly. She is so beautiful. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. So she walks out. Jada is kind of looking at her like, bless your heart. We were all thoughts at your age. Don't worry about it, baby. She had this kind of, that kind of look like, you know, this is all you got, you know, because I've done worse. But at any rate, so all jokes aside, basically she comes out, she talks to she talks to Jada and Jada's mom for just a little bit. Just about how this is like some grown woman trouble she's gotten herself into. And then Will calls. Will Smith is on the set of Bad Boys 3. And he calls in and basically lets her know that he got her back and he knew one day it may come to this. And I was thinking, like, what does he mean he knew one day it would come to this, or that he would be there doing this? Did he always know that she would be a homewrecker? What is he trying to say? But no, I'm kidding. She's not a homewrecker. I don't believe she's a homewrecker. I'm just saying, why did he say he knew he would be here one day? Maybe he just meant be there to give her some advice when she was in trouble. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so getting on with the show, Jada, she basically came out and let all you guys know that don't even think about trying her. Meaning Jordyn, because they got her back. The Smiths got her back. She also really quickly let everyone know that Jordyn was Jordyn before she met Kylie and before she met the Kardashians. Jordyn already was rubbing elbows with the rich and famous. She was friends with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith already when she met Kylie, and they were like her aunts and uncles. So they're family to her. Their kids have been friends since they were babies. So this whole like celebrity thing is not new to Jordyn, and I like the way Jada set that tone in the beginning, just in case. And then Jada basically let you know, don't even think about trying this girl. Okay, because she's been knowing this girl, she loves this girl, and she's known her for a long time. This is just an opportunity for this girl to say what she has to say. So basically, she comes out and she starts talking, and Jada asks her what happened. She kind of goes through the night. She says basically they were out and about. The same stuff everybody does. You go out to dinner, and then you go to like a bar or whatever with your friends. And like she said, typical LA culture. In LA, of course, everyone knows that lives here that the bars close kind of early. So most people will not go straight home after the bar. You go to a house party. That's pretty common. So she was just kind of letting people know what the culture is in LA. That's how she ended up at Tristan. She said Tristan never invited her to his house. She was with a bunch of girls. And those girls were the ones that suggested that they go over to Tristan's party. And by this time, she had already been drinking, and she was thinking to herself, well, Tristan, that's somebody I know, so that's fine. I'll go. It's better than going to a total stranger's house. And then she proceeds to say how, like, she kind of sees now that it was wrong that she went to Tristan's party, being that I guess it was Khloe's ex, and that it's the father of her child. But here's the thing. As long as she was going there innocently and wasn't going there to do anything wrong, I don't see where this was a huge deal if it was just a party and a bunch of people were at this party. as long as she wasn't there doing anything wrong, I don't think it would have been an issue that she went to Tristan's party. I think the issue came with her and Tristan connecting. That was the issue. Not that she went to Tristan's party, but I could be wrong. Anyways, so she proceeded to go on and talk about how she was drunk. She said she wasn't blackout drunk, but she was drunk. For sure drunk. And they were all drinking and whispering and talking to each other, and everybody was, intermingling, but nothing intimate. She said at one point, she said this is where she thinks everyone got the idea that she was giving Tristan a lap dance or whatever. She said there was a chair, and Tristan was seated in the chair, and she was seated on the arm of the chair. And at one point, I guess she took her legs and dangled her legs over the bottom of Tristan's leg. So she said her butt was never in his lap. It was on the arm of the chair. Now, that's a bit, I kind of gave her the side eye on that one, because I'm just thinking like, girl, why were you sitting on the arm of that chair with that man, and you know that he's with Khloe, or he was with her, or what have you. That part I didn't get. I understand she's drunk. And let me just go ahead and put this out there. Another thing Jada said, for those people who think they're holier than thou, that they've never done anything wrong, that they just judge everybody that does any little thing, those people can go straight to hell, basically, because you're full of shit. Everybody has done questionable things. Everyone is, especially when you're drinking, people have made less than smart decisions. Everybody has. And if you say you haven't, give me a fucking break. All right, so basically, she was just saying how she was sitting on the arm of the chair, and I think she may have already been really wasted at this point, so she was just sitting there, but she said in her mind it was innocent. And honestly, I have been in a situation where I've been drinking, and yeah, you do things, you're not like thinking clearly, so she could have just sat there not thinking anything, but at the same time, hindsight is 20/20. Looking back on it, by her sitting there, that doesn't look. I'm sure that didn't look right to a lot of people, and it doesn't even sound right now. With her saying it being that was his, being the person who it was, and especially just how Tristan is. I mean, if it was like, even if it was like Kanye or something, I think it would be better. It's just that Tristan just has this track record, and he just seems like he'll be ready to jump on any willing party almost. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. It just was like the perfect storm. Anyway, so she said that happened, and that's probably why people thought she was giving him a lap dance. And she said that someone looking for a story, of course, they're going to take that and run with it. And it's true. Her just sitting on the arm of a chair, if someone wrote that up, people are going to be like, what? But by them saying, oh, she was giving him a lap dance, they were making out, that's more salacious. That's going to sell more. That's going to grab more of people's attention. So I get what she was saying there, and I believe her. Throughout this interview, I must say, I hope she's not Jesseing us, and I hope nothing comes out later as proves that she's lying. But based on the interview, she seemed like she was telling the truth. She was crying, which, that's not saying that makes it her. That doesn't mean that she's telling the truth because she was crying, but she was crying. She seemed sincere. She was crying. She seemed hurt. Jada asked her outright, did she have sex with Tristan? She said no, she didn't. She said she's never thought about having sex with Tristan. She was not, she has no desire to have sex with Tristan, and she did not have sex with Tristan that night. I guess the part that she said that gets tricky is because she stayed there all night until 6 or I think it's like 6 in the morning, and she said she got ready to go, and Tristan told her she could stay and she would be safe there. And she said no, she had to go because she had a driver outside waiting. She said when she got ready to walk out the door, Tristan kissed her in the mouth. And Jada said, okay, was it a tongue kiss? Was it what kind of kiss? Was it a peck? Like, what kind of kiss? And she said it was just a kiss on the lips, but it was not a tongue kiss. And she said it didn't really have much meaning, but she felt like he was kind of like, she stayed there all night. He was just going to shoot his shot just in case. She was a willing participant, and she was not. She said she was not a willing participant. She thought it was weird. She left. She got home. She talked to Khloe and Kylie, and she said she did not tell them about that part or, of the night because she was scared to, and I'm sure everybody's been there where they felt like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I want to keep this. If I can keep this a secret, I will. because by telling it, it made me do more damage than what actually happened. Because what actually happened to them, between them, wasn't huge, but the aftermath is huge. So she was just saying, like, she didn't know what to do. Basically, she was scared, so she left that part out. She basically told Khloe that he was there and he wasn't really messing with any girls or anything like that, when in all actuality, he had kissed her. But, I mean, it just, it wasn't like a big deal. He kissed her, but it wasn't like anything that was a passionate kiss or that meant anything, so she felt like it wasn't even really worth mentioning. It's kind of how she made it sound. And on top of that, she was scared, So I don't know. That part, I don't know. That's the part where they say, I guess that's the part that caused all the friction and that caused them to be upset with her, which I think in my opinion, I think this is being totally blown out of proportion. I mean, really. And I think Khloe is delusional. Khloe has took to her Instagram or her social media page and tweeted that it was Jordyn's fault that her and Tristan are broken up. What the hell? Are you freaking kidding me? Tristan has not been faithful to Khloe. Like, has he ever been faithful to her? Ever. And has Khloe had any type of confrontations with all these other women that have been with Tristan? So many women have been with Tristan. Allegedly. Tristan is not faithful. Okay? He has not been faithful. And in my opinion, I don't think Tristan wanted Khloe like that. He wasn't. He kind of got himself in a situation. And, he had a hard time getting out. I think she really, really seems like she was pretty much, for the most part, well, you can tell who likes who more in that relationship. And it's just kind of like sad because Khloe's like making a fool out of herself. I have this tweet here that she sent to Jordyn, and it's really crazy. It's really crazy. All right, so listen to this, guys. This is what she said. Why are you lying at Jordyn Woods? If you're going to try and save yourself by going public, instead of calling me privately to apologize first, at least be honest about your story. By the way, you are the reason my family broke up. Girl, please. Bye, Khloe. Bye. That man didn't want you. We've all had friends that were in denial and didn't get it, that the man didn't want them, and they blame everything in the world on this man cheating and this man not being around. Some people go so far as even blame their children. I think Khloe is delusional. It's very sad that she is this desperate for this man. He don't want you, girl. He's moved on. And Tristan was out minding his business, doing his own thing. Tristan doesn't care. Tristan doesn't want Jordyn or Khloe. That's what the gag is. He doesn't want either one of them. So you guys are doing all of this, and Tristan is going on with his life. He's not thinking about Khloe. Tristan is somewhere on his way to ruin another chick's life and not thinking about Khloe. He's not, Khloe, girl, he does not want you. He's not that into you. Just move on. It's not happening. It's a wrap. He doesn't want you. Jordyn, even if Jordyn was never, ever, ever, ever around, Tristan don't want you. That's the moral of the story. Tristan doesn't want Khloe. Period. It's obvious. Girl, it's obvious. I mean, just look at, I'll give you an example. Look at how when Offset, when he cheated on, I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here, Cardi B, and how he was just like, oh, I want my girl back. I want my, like, really, that's somebody that wants to be with you. They're putting it out there. I want to be. Tristan has never once came out and said, I'm sorry, Khloe, I really want to be with you. I want to make my family work. You don't see anything like that from him. No, sweetie, because he doesn't. He doesn't. I see him out. He seems like he's enjoying his life. He seems like he's having his best life. He seems like he's doing great without Khloe. And it just is what it is. Just face it. He doesn't want you. Anyways, I think it's sad that this girl is 21 and she's getting dragged in this. And also she mentioned that the people that she thought would be on her side were not on her side, did not have their arm around her. And to me, I think she was subbing Kylie, because, you know, she's always been there for Kylie. I think she kind of felt like Kylie should have been there for her. But, you know, those Kardashians, they're thick as thieves. They're not going to, I feel like they're going to stick by each other. Kylie is still following Jordyn on Instagram, though. I checked, and she's still following her. But I don't know, guys. What do you think? I feel like this is still, to some degree, a publicity stunt when it comes to how they're dragging it out. You know, it wasn't even, I'm looking at this whole red table talk, and I'm waiting for the juicy part. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? So basically what happened is, I think if we were in Europe, this wouldn't even matter the way people kiss in Europe, you know, like kiss each other goodbye. So basically, this girl went to a party with a group of girls. And mind you, those groups of girls that she went out with, she was saying that those people never spoke out and they know what's up. But they don't want to get dragged all over social media, so those girls aren't speaking out. Who are those girls? I want to know who those girls are. That's what we need to find out, who they are, because they were there. They can tell the truth. She also said she would take a lie detector test. You know, whatever it took to get Khloe to feel that she was, sorry, my dog is doing something really funny right now. But so she said she would take a lie detector test to do, just to show Khloe that she was telling the truth. It's like, girl, it doesn't matter. Khloe is delusional right now. She's looking for any excuse to justify Tristan not wanting her. Okay, she's looking for anybody to blame. So, girl, don't even worry about it. In closing, I will say I hope that Jordyn gets to mend her relationship with Kylie, because I feel like that was a real friendship. And I feel like they should mend their friendship. You know, I feel like this girl has come out and, you know, put everything on the table. I believe her. I think she should. Well, she said she already apologized. Khloe said she didn't apologize, but I would just apologize, make sure I apologize to Khloe, let her know it was a bad, you know, I did this in bad judgment. I made a bad decision, I guess. It really wasn't even that big of a deal, to be honest. It really wasn't. But, you know, she took accountability for it. I've seen the Kardashians do a million times worse to their friends. And I'm not sure how this is so bad what Jordyn did when you look at the company she keeps and the stuff that they do. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black kind of thing. I don't know. But at any rate, guys, if you have not watched the Red Table Talk, make sure you watch the whole video. It's pretty lackluster. You're not going to get that smoking gun thing that you thought you would get. It's pretty much just Jordyn really looking hurt, apologizing, and wanting to get on with her life and not have the Kardashians drag her through the mud. Oh, one last thing that was really troubling. I can't believe I left this out. Her family is being threatened, and her family can't even go to, her mom can't go to the grocery store, her sister can't go to school, her brother can't go to work, because people are threatening her. And she said people are even telling her that it's good that her dad died, they wish she would die. That's going too far, guys. I really think that this whole thing has gone too far. I feel like I just can't believe how far this has gone. It's just gone too far. So I hope her and her family are okay. This thing is just, yeah, it's getting crazy. But at any rate, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you share the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nikki Free. And if you would like to support my channel, you may do so in my Cash App, NikkiFree7. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday night. Take care and peace. See you next time.